Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Saturday. We got the NFL picks for this Sunday here, 12 matchups. So go ahead and like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. Really good promo offers and bookie offers to get you guys in on this action this Sunday. And yeah, we'll hop into it here. 12 matchups, starting with the Atlanta Falcons versus the Miami Dolphins. Falcons opening up as 2.5-point favorites with the over-under at 47.5. You can get the Falcons on the money line at -130. Miami plus 115. The last 10 head-to-head. Miami 4-3. Atlanta 2-8 in their last 10. 4-9 in their last 13 against Miami. I mean, both teams battling a lot of different injuries here. Atlanta coming off that 27-20 win over the Jets. Then the Dolphins coming off that embarrassing, loss against the winless Jags. I just don't know you can trust this Miami team. The offense is bad. The defense is very bad. There's just no faith in this Dolphins team. I just don't know how you can trust them. Poor quarterback play. Falcons aren't the best here, but they have a capable quarterback and offensive weapons to move the chains here and get some points. Give me the Falcons -2.5. I think that's a perfect spread. We'll take the Falcons on the money line. Next matchup, we have the Carolina Panthers versus the New York Giants. Panthers opening up as 3-point favorites with the over-under at 42.5. You can get the Panthers on the money line at -150. The Giants plus 135. The last 10 head-to-head, Carolina 6-4. Carolina coming off that 34-28 loss against the Vikings. Giants coming off that 38-11 loss against the Rams. Carolina 4-2 in their last 6 against the Giants. 8-1 covering the spread on the road right now. Carolina playing pretty good. That defense playing really good football here. Giants 1-5 in their last 6. Yeah, Giants got a lot of offensive injuries here. Looks like, no Saquon. A lot of wide receiver question marks and injuries. Going to be without Galladay and Kadarius Toney. Daniel Jones really isn't 100%. Bad offense here. Give me the Panthers, coming off that loss. Coming off 3 losses. I mean, 3 losses here, not playing good here. Giants coming off 2 losses. I trust the Panthers a little bit more in this matchup. Gonna buy the 0.5 point, get the Panthers -2.5, and we'll take the Panthers on the money line. Next matchup, we have the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens opening up as 6.5-point favorites with the over-under at 46. You can get the Ravens on the money line at -275. The Bengals plus 240. The last 10 head-to-head, Baltimore 7-3. Cincinnati currently on a 5-game losing streak against Baltimore. 1-4 on the road against the Ravens here. Baltimore 6-0 at home, 4-1 at home against Cincinnati here. Cincinnati coming off that 34-11 win over Detroit. Then Baltimore coming off that surprise dominating win over the Chargers, 34-6. Yeah, I like the Ravens here. I mean, they pretty much had a statement win against the Chargers in that last game. Both teams are playing good football here, but after what Baltimore did to the Chargers, I mean, man, Baltimore's playing really great football here. Hard to take the Bengals in this tough spot for the Bengals here. Taking the Ravens -6.5, and we're going to roll with the Ravens on the money line. All right, next matchup, we have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Tennessee Titans. Chiefs opening up as 4.5-point favorites with the over-under at 57.5. You can get the Chiefs on the money line at -199. Tennessee plus 190. The last 10 head-to-head, Tennessee 6-4. Kansas City, they've struggled against Tennessee, just 1-4 in their last 5 against the Titans. 1-4 covering the spread in those 5. Kansas City coming off that 31-13 win over Washington. Tennessee coming off huge win over Buffalo, 34-31. Yeah, this is a different Chiefs team. Not the Chiefs team we've come to see. Defense is playing very bad. A lot of question marks on offense. I see Tyreek Hill is questionable. I mean, he kind of wasn't practicing a little bit this week. So we'll see if Tyreek Hill does play. He is probable, but just be sure to check his status. Titans, huge win over the Bills. I mean, Derrick Henry went crazy. Derrick Henry's probably going to run all over this bad Chiefs defense. I just don't think you can take Chiefs minus the points against an actual good team in the NFL this season. I just don't know if you can do it. It's very risky. Normally, I would be taking the Chiefs all day, but I think that's done this season. I don't think you can do that anymore the way they've been playing. And Mahomes hasn't been playing that good. He's been throwing a lot of interceptions, and they've been turning the ball over too much. Give me the Titans plus 4.5. It's going to be a thriller, but I'm going to take the Titans plus the points here. Next matchup, we have the New York Jets versus the New England Patriots. Patriots opening up as 7-point favorites with the over-under at 42.5. You can get the Patriots on the money line at minus 300. The Jets plus 260. The last 10 head-to-head. New England 10-0. Pure dominance against New England. Jets 2-6 covering against New England. 3-17 in their last 20. Jets coming off that 27-20 loss against the Falcons. And then New England coming off that 35-29 loss against the Cowboys. Yeah, I like the Patriots in this matchup here. Pure dominance against the Jets. I just don't know if they're going to... Yeah, it's going to be tough to back the Jets plus the points here. I just think New England's going to get the job done in this matchup here. They'll be the better team. Going to buy a half a point, get New England minus 6.5, and we're going to roll with the Patriots on the money line. Next matchup, we have the Washington football team versus the Green Bay Packers. Packers opening up as 8-point favorites with the over-under at 47.5. You can get the Packers on the money line at minus 370. Washington plus 300. The last 10 head-to-head, Green Bay 7-3. Washington 0-5 on the road against the Packers here. Packers 5-0 at home against Washington. 16-2 at home. I mean, playing really great at home. Washington coming off that 31-13 loss against the Chiefs. Then the Packers coming off the 24-14 win over the Bears. Yeah, I love the Packers in this matchup. Washington hasn't been playing that good. Defense has been very bad. Aaron Rodgers is probably going to light this defense up here. Taylor Heineke, hasn't really played that well in the last two matchups here. Give me the Packers. Going to buy 1.5 just because it's at the perfect spot. I want it to be where the Packers win by a touchdown, not by 2 scores. I don't like doing that. I'll pay for the 1.5, get them at 6.5, and we'll take them on the money line here. Good money line parlay option there. Next matchup, we have the Detroit Lions versus the Los Angeles Rams. Rams opening up as 16-point favorites with the over-under at 50.5. You can get the Rams on the money line at minus 1,100. Detroit plus 770. Last 10 head-to-head. Both teams split down the middle, 5-5. Detroit on a 10-game losing streak right now, playing very, very bad football. 1-6 on the road, 1-5 on the road against the Rams. Detroit coming off that 34-11 loss against the Bengals. Then the Rams coming off that 38-11 win over the Giants. Hard to trust Detroit. I mean, getting plus 16, it's just going to be a very sweaty game. Jared Goff hasn't even been throwing touchdowns in his last few games. That just doesn't seem right for me. Rams are going to roll over this Lions team. And I think Aaron Donald and Ramsey have a field day on this defensive side here. Give me the Rams minus 16. And taking the Rams, big money line. There'll be a huge money line parlay addition as well. Next matchup, we have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Vegas opening up as 3-point favorites with the over-under at 48.5. You can get the Raiders on the money line at minus 145. The Eagles plus 135. The last 10 head-to-head. Both teams split down the middle, 3-3. Philly coming off that 28-22 loss against the Bucs. Then the Raiders coming off that 34-24 win over Denver. Philly 6-3 in their last 9 against Vegas. 1-5 covering against Vegas. Haven't been able to cover. Vegas, looked really good in their first game without John Gruden. I don't know if that means anything moving forward, but they did play really good against this Denver team. That is actually pretty bad, but Eagles have just been hard to trust. The offense has not been good. The defense has not been good here. Man, it's really hard to just trust this Eagles. If you've watched any Eagles game, they have just been very bad to watch. They've been finding themselves coming back in the fourth, but the first 3 quarters, man, the Eagles literally can't ever do anything here. I like game 2 without Gruden for the Raiders. Raiders looked really good in their last game. Gonna buy a half a point. Get Raiders minus 2.5, and we'll take the Raiders on the money line. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Bears versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay opening up as 11.5 point favorites with the over/under at 47. You can get the Bucs on the money line at minus 665. The Bears plus 535. The last 10 head-to-head, Chicago 7-3, Tampa Bay 3-7. Chicago 3-8 on the road against the Bucs. Chicago coming off that 24-14 loss against the Packers, and then Tampa Bay coming off that 28-22 win over Philly. Tampa Bay 6-0 at home, 8-3 at home against Chicago here. Tampa Bay, no Gronk, no A.J. Brown, no Levante David, no Sherman. A lot of injuries there. They're going to get Antoine Winfield back, so that does help their secondary, so that's good. But even with all the injuries, Tom Brady still has an elite offensive line. He's still got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Leonard Fournette. The Bears are very hard to watch. The offense is very bad. Defense is okay, but it's going to be hard to stop this Tampa Bay offense. Give me the Bucs minus 11.5, and we'll take them on the money line as well. Huge money line parlay option. All right, next matchup, we have the Houston Texans versus the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona opening up as 17.5 point favorites with the over/under at 47.5. You can get Arizona on the money line at minus 1,600. Houston plus 1,080. These teams have only played 4 times. Both teams are 2-2 in those matchups. Houston, on a 5-game losing streak, playing very bad football here. 0-5 on the road. Arizona, undefeated, the last undefeated team here, on a 6-game winning streak. Houston coming off that 31-3 loss against the Colts. Then the Cardinals coming off that 37-14 win over the Browns. This is going to be a massacre for the Texans. J.J. Watt and DeAndre Hopkins getting their revenge game here against the Texans. Going to be a bloodbath. Give me Arizona minus 17.5. And expensive money line, but, they're going to be added to the parlays. It's just a given here. So, rolling with the Cardinals here. Next matchup, we have the Indianapolis Colts versus the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners opening up as 4-point favorites with the over/under at 43. You can get the Niners on the money line at minus 195. The Colts plus 175. The last 10 head-to-head. Colts 5-2. Colts coming off that 31-3 win over Houston. And then the Niners coming off that 17-10 loss against the Cardinals. The Colts come 4-1 in their last 5 against the Niners. 5-2 covering the spread against the Niners here. San Francisco 0-6 at home. 4-2 at home against the Colts. Looks like Jimmy G is going to be playing this game here. And so I don't think that... Trey Lance is out. So it's going to be Jimmy G. I just like the way the Colts have been playing. They looked good in their last game against Houston. That was a good get-right game. Give me Houston, or give me the Colts plus the points here. The Niners been struggling on offense here. Haven't looked that great. Defense is still good, but I like Colts plus the points in this matchup. And then the Monday night matchup, we have the New Orleans Saints versus the Seattle Seahawks. Saints opening up as 4.5 point favorites with the over/under at 42.5. You can get the Saints on the money line at minus 222. The Seahawks plus 195. The last 10 head-to-head. Seattle 6-4. New Orleans coming off that 33-22 win over Washington. Seattle coming off that 23-20 loss against Pittsburgh. New Orleans 15-5 in their last 20. 15-3 on the road. Really good road team here. Seattle going to be tough, no Russell Wilson. We've seen since Russell left, on a 2-game losing streak here. Geno Smith hasn't been horrible. He's been actually pretty decent. The run game's been pretty good. I like the Saints more. Better defense. I like the offense better for the Saints here. I'm going to take the Saints on the money line, and we'll take them -4.5 as well. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.